Hey everybody! Hey everybody, it's lovely to welcome you today to another story time. Today's story comes from this book, The Rhyming Bible. Are you sitting comfortably? Then I will begin. This story is called When My Fears Are Giant-Sized, and it's about David. Maybe you remember this story. David took his brothers a lunch of cheese and bread. Soldiers on the battlefield, they needed to be fed. That's when he spied a giant foot, a leg, an arm and head, and heard the giants challenge him, bravely stood and said, God help me beat a lion, God help me beat a bear. So when my fears are giant-sized, I trust that God is there. Can you see that big foot? Ooh, it's little David. You cannot fight that giant, his frightened brothers cried. He'll squash you like an insect. He's more than twice your size. You're just a little shepherd boy. You should be terrified. But David knew that God would help, and that's why he replied, God help me beat a lion. God help me beat a bear. So when my fears are giant-sized, I trust that God is there. So David went and told the king, I'll take that giant's dare. Then have my armour, said the king. It's standing over there. When David tried it on, he found it much too hard to wear. The sling and stones is all I need, he said, well, and a prayer. God help me beat a lion. God help me beat a bear. So when my fears are giant-sized, I trust that God is there. There he is. Can you see him? The giant looked at David. He growled and cursed and roared. You sent this stick-sized boy against my spear and shield and sword. I'll beat him without trying, then feed him to the birds. But David reached inside the pouch where his 5 stones were stored. God help me beat a lion. God help me beat a bear. So when my fears are giant-sized, I trust that God is there. The giant rushed towards him, his face an angry red. David swung his sling and aimed straight for the giant's head. That small stone struck its target. The giant fell down dead. And all his brothers clapped and cheered. And David simply said, God help me beat a lion. God help me beat a bear. So when my fears are giant-sized, I trust that God is there. I hope you enjoyed today's story. Maybe you'd like to listen to it again, and you could put some actions in. You could say lion and bear, and you could say that when my fears are giant-sized, and make your hands really big, I trust that God is there. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.